Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 21st. I just need to adjust my volume here a little bit. There we go. So this week, you have an interesting week. The message, I feel like you've had this message in the past, and it's definitely something that's coming back up, but the whole week, not just this one card, by the way. So it's like the whole week is something that is, an energy that's going to stick with you for a while. And like I said, I think you've had this message in the past, so it's something that is definitely carrying through. This is the Eight of Spades, which is all about decisions you make, making decisions, trying to make the right decisions. But it's all about having multiple paths as well, and to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve this week. And the card really asks you to pick the thing or pick the path that basically lines up with your morals the most. It is really going to be what's the right decision. So you might be presented with something like a job offer if you don't have a job, and what will happen is you'll be presented with like two or three all of a sudden, and you really have to pick the job that you feel is really right. It's a card of trusting yourself. It's a spades card, and people think spades are negative, but they're not. They usually come in as just like strong advice in a lot of ways, and that would be best taken. And sometimes when they come up, people don't always want to take the advice. So just know that as well, that you might not want to hear it, but it is a strong message for you that you really need to trust yourself when you make any decisions this week. That's what this card says. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, which is all about, I call this card the Forest Fire. You've definitely had this card before. I'm almost 100% positive Libra has had this before. And like I say, I call this card the Forest Fire because it brings in this whole burning out of things in your life and burning down. And, things might look really bad on the surface, but I call it a forest fire because this card really represents what comes after the forest fire, which is, the forest always grows back like 1,000 times stronger after a forest fire, and it's always more nutrients in the soil and all this other stuff. And following it up, you have the Ten of Clubs, which literally represents growth, so it fits really nicely in with the Ace of Spades there. So you can expect this growth to start, I would say, this week. Things really pick up for people, this over this next 3 months. It seems like after November. So just know that things will really start moving forward after November. So December and then into the new year, of course. But, this is big time growth coming into your life. Many people coming in to help you this week with this card. If you need help and you want help from people, this is a card definitely to look for, and definitely offers a lot of help from people. And it just also is very stable. If you have a business, this is a lot of business success coming in with this card. It specifically speaks to business in a lot of ways. Like a lot of the traditional readers who read traditionally, which aren't very many, traditional playing card readers would read this card as business success, and that's pretty much all that they would say about it. For the most part, it would just be a sign to them of things getting better in business. But I read it as that, but also as in, if you don't have a job, getting a job, or the ability to get a job and all of that. But it also represents growth in all areas of your life as well. It's almost as good as the Ace of Clubs, which is my favorite card in the deck, and it's the best one in the deck, but this is a close second to that. It really brings in a lot of good stuff. But like I said, November, you have the Six of Spades coming up, which really is all about building momentum. And what I think you're going to start seeing is improvements happening in your life in any areas that you need improvements. I think those things are and opportunities. It's like you have a lot of opportunities, which is different than improvements, because it's like Libra in particular is going to be presented with opportunities, I feel, to improve those areas that you want to improve in your life. Like if you don't have a relationship and you want a relationship, I think there are going to be a lot of opportunities. And sometimes the Eight of Spades, which is the first card you got, sometimes it means that you will be blind to those opportunities, and you just need to open up your eyes, because the universe with that Ten of Clubs is really giving you just, you need something. They're going to give you the opportunity. But as I say about eights, they always represent needing to work, so you're going to have to do some work for it, which isn't really fair, because some of the other signs just seem to always be almost given things. But Still, I think you can handle it. But this card brings in a lot of balance, which is nice for you, Libra. And it's all about building momentum with this card. It really builds momentum in your life. So it's like you start to see things getting better, and then it just gets better and better and better and better. So that's, this is a really good card. I like this card a lot as well. So thank you, Libra. Definitely enjoyed the week this week. I think you're going to have a great week.